This is Sound Off 60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Coaching staff was just like, you need to go through the same routine you were going through in the minor leagues. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Our skipper actually moved me up to the 2-hole in the order in the middle of that and said, hey, you're our guy, you're going to play, and we believe in you. And then got a few hits, started believing in myself.
Julio's coming back. Oh, forget it. The game's over. Forget it. The game's over. Oh,
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels, guys. We got an hour of Sound Off 60 with a whole lot to talk about.
Finally, we in something that we love doing.
Games
Football.
have been played.
We're not speculating.
No, we're not speculating anymore. Some good, some bad. Hurricane Harvey, pretty much in our rearview mirror.
Yeah.
We still have some lingering effects.
This is a beautiful day.
We've had some nice days, and we need to continue to have nice days. Let's keep our fingers crossed and continue to pray that Hurricane Irma, I'm told, stays away in the Atlantic.
And you know, Rick, and I'm hoping that is true because you know what? Anytime we get these hurricanes that are ladies, they tend to cause a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Don't want to.
Let's stay away from that.
Yes.
The lingering effects of Mother Nature and how she affected all the football games in our communities, of course, in Houston and Southeast Texas and parts of Southwest Louisiana, kind of came to a head with the leader of the free world, President Trump, coming to Southwest Louisiana, and our own Kevin Guidry was part of the welcoming committee.
I think he tackled him.
Did you? Did you horse collar Trump?
No, I did not.
Best tackle he's made since
No, I did not.
LSU days.
It was exciting, not only for a lot of the elected officials that was there, for a lot of citizens, but I think for Southwest Louisiana, man, to get a sitting president to come to your town, that's big time.
Did he know I wasn't going to be here?
They had word that you were going to be out, Scooter. He was looking to actually postpone it, but they say, you know, I'm here. I say what Scooter said, that he would not be here. President Trump.
Got to address the people. Don't worry about Hobbs and all his rigmarole. Well, it was good to see that President Trump did come into Southwest Louisiana for however long. I know it was a short visit, just to, I guess, symbolize that, you know, here I'm trying to help. I care about the folks. I care about the situation, and get the money flowing. But
you're so right.
Going.
I mean, you're so right.
Let me ask you, did he have a good firm handshake, or was it?
How was that size of his hands?
I guess the picture's out there, guys. He brought me to him. I was going to just stay in my space because those security guys, the agents and stuff say, we do not want to get in Mr. President's space. Stay in your space, sir. I said, I will do that. And when he met me, I was the first one from Calcasieu Parish that he walked over and met. It was me.
Yeah.
And he actually extended, and he pulled me to him and put his hand on my shoulder. I knew I was special then, so I said, good, I'm done.
Yeah. Well,
I'm done. Of his hair?
No. But I tell you what, guys, and my wife probably will strangle me for saying this, but immediately after the president passed me, the first lady extended her hand. I got a little weak there for a minute. I got a little weak there for a minute.
She's about as tall as you.
She's about 5'11", 6 feet, guys. I mean, she had on Converse tennis shoes, and she was looking me almost eye to eye, seriously.
Well,
it was a good day. I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3". 6'3" easy. And she's and guys, for the record, I know why she's a model.
Okay. Well, also for the record, Trump, you can say a lot of things about Trump, but in most cases, politically speaking, he's not stupid. He's going to extend a hand to an African-American Democrat.
No.
He wants you on his side, baby. Okay? You are what he needs.
Rick, we did not have parties out there. He didn't know that.
I know that.
But look, man, say what you want about Trump, man. Look, he came to Southwest Louisiana to see us.
Yes.
That's enough.
And that's a
He
good
came
thing.
to see
And
you.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
To see me, because I was out of town.
And let's give out a shout out to J.J. Watt from the Houston Texans. Speaking of Hurricane Harvey relief, he had an initial goal. His big fundraiser, who of course, obviously, he spearheaded it when the Texans were moved to Dallas. And initially, his goal was like maybe $1.5 million or $2 million.
Yeah.
He's up to $18 million raised.
He did
So,
7
great
work.
Line I've heard on that.
No, let me say it, Scooter. Scooter, can I say it?
I'm sure we'll get to this later.
Scooter, let me say it, please. Jerry Jones?
No.
Oh, I got to see it
The
then.
money that J.J. Watts has raised would pay off Kevin Sumlin's contract barely.
Oh, What's the stinger?
Yes.
We got that later on in the
That's
show.
how much it would cost A&M.
Holy
Look,
Something like that.
real quick,
What's
I
your
got to
line?
say this, guys. You know, there was pledges being made for the hurricane relief people there in Houston, and one of the Dallas Cowboys players got a call in. Do you know who it was from? Jerry Jones. He called in, guys, I got to hear this. This was on the ESPN everywhere. He said, I think it was one of the receivers. I can't think of his name. It was one of the receivers that actually took the call. He said, son, put this on speakerphone because I want you to hear this clearly. And I want what I say to you to roll off your lips. Okay, son? I'm Jerry Jones, owner of the Texans, Cowboys. I'm going to be donating, you listen closely now, son, $1 million. And I want to know all the owners that are out there, do what I do, see if they can't come with $1 million. Guys, that was so funny. The way and the player was the receiver. I can't think of his name.
For the Texans? Or
For the Cowboys.
Dez?
And no, it wasn't Dez. It wasn't Dez. And he said it, and they actually took the speaker version of it and played it out loud. It was too funny, guys.
Well-
$1 million.
Great for him.
If they can get
somewhat
every
a pocket
owner,
change for Jerry Jones,
but
okay.
imagine, Rick,
I know.
getting every owner to do that.
No, that's
Getting every
of
owner
course
to
the
do that,
NFL
man.
and the owners.
32 and a heartbeat, Scooter.
Yeah, they're going to do that. All right, we got a lot of football to talk about.
It was a good week,
Mixed
man.
bag for LSU and McNeese. LSU wins as expected. The Cowboys lose unexpectedly. We'll get into that later on in the show. Of course, NFL season kicks off this week with the NFL.
Yes.
The Saints will play it somewhat belated on Monday night. We'll get into some of that as well. And Ezekiel Elliott, speaking of the Dallas Cowboys,
Yes.
this case, we want to let's get it out now and get some opinions on the floor. So once we're done with it, we'll move on to the games. But guys, this is the Cowboys, Jerry Jones in particular, is simply not letting this go.
No, Rick.
And this could end up in some kind of federal court near you.
And I am surprised that it's actually taken this long. I mean,
Well, it took the NFL a year to suspend him 6 games, but they're not
you're
letting
dealing
it
with
ride.
Jerry Jones, though.
I know that.
Things tend to move a little bit faster.
I
Rick,
know that,
with
but
Jerry
this is
Jones.
domestic violence.
It
if
is.
the evidence is
It
there
is.
or not there, it's still something you don't want to entrench yourself on.
No.
I see on both sides that there's not a whole lot of evidence, according
And
to
that's
Jones
not,
and the
Rick.
Cowboys camp and Ezekiel Elliott, but the NFL feels they do have evidence.
Well,
And you're it's a
You and I-
slippery slope
it
here.
is, Rick, and you got to be
Ezekiel
very careful
Elliott
with
does
that.
not have a very good track
no,
record.
But Rick, and I understand what the NFL is doing, but sometimes, Rick, a lot of these cases, it's all about the source.
The female source may
It's
have
all about the source, Rick.
may have some holes in it in some of her storylines and what they have her on tape saying and things of that
It's
nature.
two different stories,
The
Rick.
players' union is
It's
now
two different
involved.
stories.
Look, if the Cowboys
I'm going to have to sit this one out.
All right.
I have not kept up with
Well,
it, I'll be honest.
would if the NFL did one of these things, okay, under reconsideration, 4 games, 3 games, should Jones and Elliott and the franchise be happy with that, Kevin, or fight it to the end?
I'll be happy with 4. I'll be happy with 4,
What do you
Rick.
mean you'd be happy
well,
with
well,
4?
well, 6.
If
6 is
he's
extreme.
Jerry Jones, if
6
he's
is-
Jerry
if,
Jones.
if I'm Jerry Jones,
Okay.
and if you tell me he's got 6, that could be my season.
Well,
for
it's-
me as a running back, as to what he did last year leading the league, that could be my season.
Right.
4 games, I think that's manageable.
I don't know if he's going to settle
But-
for
Yeah,
it, but they're going to
and
fight.
I-
But
like I said, I haven't really kept up with this, but from Goodell has always been pretty hard line. He's going to win these battles. in his
he's
own
gonna try.
mind. In his own mind, I'm
He's
saying.
gonna try, yeah.
He's
Well,
not going to back down.
No,
is what
he's
I'm
gonna
saying.
fight this.
No.
If they,
He's
they
gonna
would
fight
have to beat him.
Because it's domestic violence.
Yeah, and Rick, you know what? If it was any other charge like substance abuse, that's a different category of things too. But you're dealing with another human being, that takes
Yeah,
precedence.
that's right. All right, we'll see where this. It's not over yet. It
tough,
may
though,
get settled
Steve.
this
Back
week.
down on Tom Brady.
Yeah,
know?
No,
and
he
look
didn't.
where it
He
went
didn't.
though.
Look where it
Courtroom
went.
after courtroom
Yeah,
after
but-
courtroom.
And he didn't win it.
Everybody would tell you that was pretty flimsy evidence.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was the
Yeah.
I was the one from our panel anyway saying
But
it's pretty flimsy.
I think the longer that it gets carried out, the more damage it does to the Cowboys.
All right,
that's
we're
my
gonna,
opinion.
All right, we had to get the Elliott story in there. All right, when we come back, McNeese Cowboys and the Nicholls State Colonels later on in the show. LSU and BYU. What's looking forward to this very neat-looking offense, there, guys.
Wow.
And Alabama, Florida State, and college football.
just
Boy,
keeps
some
rolling,
things.
Rick.
I mean,
It
the
keeps
first
rolling,
week, what
man.
have we got in college football?
It keeps rolling.
Holy smokes.
Don't forget A&M.
A&M,
Yeah.
oh, what a comeback by UCLA. That and so much more, and Saints on the docket as well. When
Yes.
we come back to Jack Daniels at LaBerge Casino. Stay right there.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort.
For more taste, less calories, and half the carbs, there's only one light beer to grab. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Come in for live country music, Friday and Saturday nights at Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill.
So you haven't been hearing me talk about prices very much in our TV commercials lately, but there's some offers available on a Camry right now that are just too good to not talk about. With Toyota's rebates on our discounts, you can get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Camry, or if you like to trade up every couple of years, you can do what my wife and I do and lease one for $279 a month with $0 due at signing. You literally don't even have to bring your wallet with you to buy the car. If you've been thinking a Toyota Camry was a little bit more money than you wanted to spend, come let us show you how affordable it can be to own a new Toyota. Lake Charles Toyota, raise your expectations.
You don't have to sacrifice taste to stay in the game. Miller Lite, always brewed to have more taste and be less filling. Miller Lite, hold true.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels. We always want to remind you, live country music on the big stage here at Jack Daniels, Friday and Saturday night, starting about 10 o'clock at night. Hobbs is usually pretty much in bed by then, but you can come out and do some country music. It's Bubba Poche later on Friday, and on Saturday, Aaron Copeland on the stage here at Jack Daniels. We're getting back to the roots of country music here at Jack Daniels. All right, let's start with the McNeese Cowboys. Guys, it was surprising, unexpected to lose on the road to Nicholls State, even though it's a Colonel team that showed some flashes early on last season. And look, when you have talent at quarterback, you got a chance. Yeah, and Chase Forgate has talent.
I mean, I didn't think it was a walkover for McNeese, but that's a devastating loss.
It is. It is.
How in the world?
It's a tough loss. It's so early. Devastating strong. But devastating is strong.
When
it's
Southland,
but
it is.
And I have to agree with Scooter. You open up with a conference game, right?
Yes.
First game of the year. It's going to be
but
a preview of what you
beyond
could.
that,
A preview of what you are expected to do. And I mean, you know, the Cowboys, they've got so much that they've got to do right now, Rick. Coach Guidry has got to be right now saying, I needed this one.
Let me ask you this. Give me your thoughts as well. I sat down over the weekend. I sat down over the weekend and tried to put this in perspective and got on the laptop. And it's like I said, if Lance Guidry could jump in that Back to the Future DeLorean, he would and start August over again. That's how bad they look in spots. The secondary and the penalties. To really kind of start over again, because this is some fundamental things that went wrong.
I agree, Rick.
And the offensive line showed some.
I don't know that's practice though. And there were
really. I disagree.
Now,
what do you mean?
Other than a bad tackling secondary.
Yeah, they had some
bad angles.
Beyond that, here's my whole take on this game. How in the world did they lose that game?
Yeah, I know.
You had to get very creative to lose that game.
And how?
And a little bit of. I mean, these false starts, by false starts,
Red zone, big time.
3, 4, 5 times during this game, you thought, oh, okay, now they're taking this game over, and right on cue, a dumb turnover, a dumb penalty. I mean, they should have won that game by 3 touchdowns.
Of course, and it was lost in the first half. It was lost in the first half.
Forget all
What?
Somewhat,
5 trips in the end zone, red zone,
Yeah.
and you get 3 field goals?
Well,
and you get 1 blocked?
And we're going to get to LSU in a minute, too. I mean, they had 3 and only came up with 1.
I know, but
we'll get back to that.
But come on, you don't believe they lost in the
zone,
first half?
I think the red zone.
Yes.
Oh, no, they lost in the first half.
Yeah, but even after all of that, in the second half, they're taking the game over. And they throw the bad, now the interception down near the goal line, that set up
the 4K run.
That wasn't, it was an unfortunate interception because it was a great call. They had the tight end wide open. If DeBerry doesn't get hit as he throws. But, he threw a Brandon Harris interception in the first half for the pick six.
Yeah.
To me, the
Second half.
game
Second
That can break that.
McNeese, yeah, second half. To me, that was the key to the game there, because that was when McNeese looked like they were really starting to run.
They had a drive
agree,
going.
Scooter.
Here's the thing. The first possession of the game, they give up the long pass. All right. After that, for about 2.5 quarters, I guess, I'm thinking, okay, this is more like McNeese defense. This is Lance Guidry taking over the defense.
Yes.
And then the fourth quarter, I don't know if they tired or what, but the fourth quarter, Nichols really got rolling.
They did.
Offense.
This Jean-Pierre wideout. All right, Kevin, the reason why I think they need more work, okay, you're going to have breakdowns. But again, they were trying to bury those ills from last year with the explosive plays in the secondary.
was one of the biggest
they were
things.
undermanned last year in the secondary. Now they're overmanned.
Yeah.
Okay, they've got some young guys. Darian Dunn on the corner, redshirt freshman, Oakdale, Louisiana. One play, Jean-Pierre makes a slant, and he's like, jumping around, and his arms are flailing. He is so out of position. It didn't go for a touchdown, but it was a big play.
They had some out of position, but to me, it was the secondary's tackling.
Yeah.
But
And
when
normally
you're out of
that's-
position,
normally
you
that's
can't
pretty
tackle.
good.
So it's
Yeah.
fundamental stuff.
It
how
is.
do you explain that? How do you explain
Rick,
that?
Honestly, knowing Coach Lance Guidry the way that I know him, you don't want to point the finger at players, but it's like,
But you
dude,
got to.
Dude, you know how to do this. Why we
You
have
gotta
these
point it at the
breakdowns?
players.
And it's like, I know it's got to be driving Coach Lance Guidry crazy for the mere fact that that's what he takes pride in is his defense, and mostly like him, the secondary.
The secondary.
And to see that, Rick, it was really surprising to me
I
also.
disagree to a degree.
But I think that those things that we saw on Saturday, by no means of the stretch of our imagination, they can be corrected. And they will be, Rick. You just hate to have those breakdowns in your first opener. That's a conference game. That's the
Why do
only
you
bad
disagree?
thing about
What do
this
you
whole
disagree
deal.
with?
Well, you're talking about pointing fingers at the players.
Well, to a
You're
degree.
talking about, you sound like Les Miles now after every
Wait a
game.
minute, Scooter.
He'll be, easily
Wait a minute, Scooter.
correctable mistakes. And he's right. They are easily correctable. But a whole new crop will always pass.
Of course.
There's no such thing as the perfect football game. Y'all know about that?
I
Of
agree.
course.
I agree.
To me, it speaks to a bigger problem a little bit with the culture, in that a lot of that was undisciplined play.
Yes.
All of those.
It's in my
But
notes.
that's,
It's in my
But
notes.
that's what I'm saying. Scooter.
Secondary
You are
playing
correct.
with discipline.
But the thing is
But
what I'm
that's
saying.
coaching. That's work.
I guess when I go back.
Discipline is not an easily correctable mistake. It's a culture.
Okay. But when you look at Coach Lance Guidry and know him the way the three of us do,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, players.
Oh, no.
That was some breakdowns
No,
with
no.
them.
He coaches with discipline.
There's
He
no doubt,
coaches
Rick.
with discipline.
There is no doubt.
You
And
watch
that's
him
why,
at practice.
Scooter, I will agree with you to a degree, but Scooter, you got. I mean, I'm a former player. You have breakdowns. Sometimes you mess it up.
But
And
okay,
coaching-
you give
coaching
them one.
can't do
you give
nothing
them
with
one
that.
early,
But there
but
was
another
a
one late in
pattern
the game.
there.
Another
There
one
was
late.
a
I know
there.
what you're saying, Scooter.
All of these 4 or 5 different key moments in the game. Look when these breakdowns came.
Yeah.
It was when McNeese had every
When they had every opportunity to take over.
take total control
Yep.
of the game.
The defensive front seven controlled Nicholls State.
The line. They
91
did.
yards rushing, 19 of
Yeah.
them
And that's
came
good.
off 4
And that's
cage
good,
quarterback
Rick.
draw. So
That is good.
They control the run game.
Yeah.
Again, the back end had some problems, and they
And-
got a lot of good players back there. And look, let's put that on the shelf. From the positive side, you had Tabery throwing the football.
Yeah.
One of the negatives, let me go back to that side, they couldn't run the football.
No.
The majority of their running offense came out of those jet sweeps with
Yeah.
the receivers,
Yeah.
okay? Crawley had a big run. Edwards had a big run. They had a lot of jet sweeps. All right. But they couldn't run the football, but special teams. Kyrie McLean, 2 block punts. Good
Yeah.
Lord, you put that on
That is
the
huge.
ledger. You
That is
win a
huge.
game with 2
That's
block
huge, Rick.
punts.
2 block punts, because you've got a team backed up right now. You in their territory.
2
right now
block
with
punts
2
by
block
one
punts.
guy?
Yeah. But Rick, when you look at it, and I know Coach Guidry, and I keep saying this because that's what he takes pride in. I mean, he loves the offense, but defense is his forte. And when you see guys, especially the position that he played, to see them react the way they did in certain situations.
Go back to the drawing board. Do you? I buy in somewhat of the old adage. You get a lot of improvement from one to the second game.
But you know what we go
They
back
got
to?
Florida Tech. They got
know we
Florida
go back
Tech
to,
this
though?
week.
Well, yeah, you're going to see a lot of improvement.
Got Florida
this
Tech.
week,
You know, if we go
believe
back
me.
to when we think about it, that's all true, Rick. But you don't want it to be a conference game.
Well, you're right. All right, so they lost, Thursday,
God.
hurricane hangover,
Man.
road, nickel state.
tough.
Trap game. Trap game.
But who
To me,
schedules that, though?
To
But
me,
who
that's
schedules that?
why it's so devastating, a loss, in that overall, there was a lot to like about what
I know.
Memphis
Yeah.
did.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You
Yeah,
could
Scooter.
see
I know.
a lot of promise there.
Yes.
But it still just dumbfounds me they found a way to lose
Tough,
that game.
tough. Now they got to steal one on the road.
They have
They
to.
got to hope somebody, and they got to
They
start
have to,
stealing
man.
on the road. Up against the clock when we
Wow.
come back.
Tough
The
for
Bayou
the Magnese
Bengals, the
Cowboys.
LSU Tigers show their wares against undermanned, untalented.
Oh,
I don't
come
know,
on now, BYU. Come on, Rick, man.
This
Come on
BYU
now.
team is not the BYU
Come
of the
on now.
1980s.
No,
okay,
they're-
we're coming back in 2 minutes to Jack Daniels. Stay right here.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Check us out online at soundoff60tv.com.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Are you trying to stay cool with a temporary fix? There's a smarter solution. Save on your monthly energy costs while enjoying quiet and consistent comfort this summer with a highly efficient air conditioning system from Luxair. We'll recommend a system that is perfectly suited to your home and provides optimal cooling, exceptional energy savings, and lasting performance. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solarsupply.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at L'Auberge Casino. 2 rounds in the books. We've covered a lot of business with the Magnese Cowboys losing on the road to Thibodeau. Let's go to the
Tough
other
loss
side with
for
the
the
LSU
Cowboys,
Tigers
man.
winning in Baton Rouge against BYU. LSU ranked 12th or 13th in the country.
Yes.
Let's start with the obvious. Guys, I like motion. I like counter. I like misdirection. I like everything. The little tidbits that Matt Canada let out with that offense.
He
I
didn't
liked
want to
it.
show too much. He didn't,
I liked
he didn't
it.
want to show
I
a
like
lot.
guys going every which way. I saw offensive linemen moving around.
Yeah.
But again, it looks still like kind of like the LSU of old. Give it to Dice. Give it to Dice and let him run. Yeah.
Are you out of
Yes,
your
it looked like the LSU
How
of old.
can anybody watch that game?
I've
and
got my
tell
take
me
on
When
it.
it came to the running game, it was obvious. Geis is a man. Let's give him the football. Darrell
Are
Williams.
you, honestly, you
That's
are
what I saw.
smarter than me.
Tell me what the
I'll
difference.
get my take when Scooter's done.
Tell me the differences. Okay, good. Leave the set.
I'll give my
I
take
saw a
when
lot
Scooter's
of
done.
I saw a lot of
Right,
movement.
If you look at the stat sheet and see what, I think
I saw a lot of jet sweeps.
57 runs and 57 runs and 18 passes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
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 Argue.
But that in no way resembled anything offensively we've
Tell
ever
me
seen
why.
before.
Tell me why.
Could you honestly tell me when they were lining up with all this motion
Yeah.
going on, you had any idea what was coming?
No, my point is,
Now,
but
I'll-
in the
I'll beg to
end,
differ on that.
once the ball got from
beg to
Edling
differ on
to
that.
Geis, it was a
Yeah,
run
you know
play.
what, the way-
It was a
Look.
run play. Off tackle, up the middle, around the end, it was still a run
love
play.
it.
I'm
love
not
it.
saying I didn't love it.
because after a while
It worked.
and I can see this the way games in Tiger Stadium are going to be. There's going to be that anticipation. Whenever they figure out which wide receiver is going to be
There's a reason for that
coming
too,
down
Scooter.
the line, there's going to be that. Okay, he getting it, guys getting Is there going to be a play action pass?
Look.
I defy you to tell me what LSU's fixing to do.
Look.
No, I could not. I could not.
I
could not. I agree with you on that point.
No, I'll give
Jump
you
in.
But you're saying it looks like Les Miles' offense?
No, the end result of the play was still a Geist play. It was still leaning on the star running back.
And I can agree.
Being the defense didn't know that.
Well, that's a good difference.
The only time that I could look at it, because of what I've been trained to look at and know, is that third down, you could see if it was 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 14, you knew there was going to be some kind of inside or some kind of out route that was going to be thrown. I mean, that 15-yard comeback, that's got to be their bread and butter now. They threw that 8 times, completed 7. You better put that play in your playbook, okay?
Right.
But this is the thing that gets me. And, Scooter, I can say there were instances to where, with the motion and misdirection and all that stuff, let me tell you what that does. That keeps your corners on the outside having to think run now and play run. Exactly. And what do you do when you think run as a corner? I'm going to pop you deep. They didn't do it much, but this is what that sets up.
BYU was playing soft.
Oh, yeah.
And so, BYU was daring them to run, and they did.
And they did.
But that's what Etling said. And by the way, I thought Etling was fantastic.
I thought so too.
I think his average on completion, Scooter, inside the 20, he's 10 for 10, no. But
when's the last time? We're getting off track here a little bit. I want to get back to the running, but when is the last time you saw an LSU quarterback? Forget the 14 of 17, all of that. Who just looked totally comfortable and confident and in complete command of an offense like he did Saturday night. When's the last time we saw that?
Let me, I don't want to get ahead of myself, Scooter, because I'm like you. It's the
and
first
granted, he didn't
game.
get a lot of pressure.
Understand this, Scooter, and I don't want to sound like, Mr. Scrooge. It was BYU.
Okay,
you got some big boys coming to town, Scooter.
You poo-pawed that.
You got some big boys coming to town, Scooter. That was BYU.
BYU is probably would finish in the bottom half of the SEC.
Okay.
I'm not saying.
Okay.
Athletically, it was a mismatch.
No doubt it was. No doubt.
BYU is used to athletic mismatches. They play them all the time. But they lost 4 games last year by 10 total points.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the only 4 they lost. BYU is used to that. That's their MO. But they play teams tight. Yeah. It's you look at them and athletically, but it's held to look good against them. And in that sense, I wrote this morning. Yeah, they did. They kept it to 27 to nothing instead of 52 to nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But let's don't poo-pah BYU too much.
I guess the only reason why, Scooter, I can have
no
a
more.
better.
They play Utah this week.
I can have a better look and a better evaluation of LSU as a whole team, offense and defense, when I see them with somebody that's up to their caliber.
Well,
and that's going to come in the SEC.
I agree.
And I don't want to say it now
I'm not saying BYU is a great team. No. I'm just saying this is not Chattanooga.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But also you have to look at the bigger picture. One of the things that I would like to see Canada them do, which I know it's being saved, but they've got a deep threat. LSU has got 2 deep threats. If you don't use those guys, shame on you. All that misdirection and all that stuff, that's fine too. But there comes a time when you got to have them set on the line saying, I'm finna run over you, dude. I'm finna run past you. And just have Etling, I want to see if Etling can throw the deep ball. The one that he threw, it was underthrown. It's a touchdown, Rick, if he leads it.
You said that. I thought.
But the guy almost knocked it away.
I thought
it was that close.
Great throw, but okay.
But great throw, but Scooter was there with me. He could have led him a little bit more. And it's a walk-in 6, Rick. It's a walk-in 6.
He had him open, and he was smart enough to put some air and make sure he got to complete.
Yeah, okay.
27.
Okay.
Was it enough? Did it? 27 points. Was it enough? Should LSU have scored more?
They should have scored
more. Well, they gave 21 up for just 3 points.
I can tell you this: 3 was enough.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, let's go on that side of the ball.
When you don't cross midfield.
How many yards rushing did BYU have?
-5.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Rick,
they go back to Provo and look at the tape. How in the heck did we get
Scooter's saying they're not bad.
You can lean forward and get 2 yards.
How do you make your argument, Scooter, when you say that they're not bad?
Exactly, Kevin.
But it's a -5.
I watched I don't know, a half maybe of BYU's game.
The first game of the year, yeah.
Against Portland State. And it's a lot nice to, I'm watching that game, I'm thinking.
I was looking at it too.
I don't see who on this team is going to scare LSU.
And they didn't.
Just because of the skill. You know, you assume they got some big, beefy linemen.
They did.
But you didn't see any skill players that were going to even annoy LSU.
Look, guys.
But still, this is a team that's no different than other BYU teams, and they've always hung in.
This is how I evaluate teams that LSU play. I get LSU's roster, and I get the opponent's roster, and I start on the offensive line. LSU outweighed the guys by 20 to 30 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
On the offensive line?
They had some big. Have you seen LSU offensive line?
Yeah, I know, but there's some.
Okay, we go to the receivers, Rick. Their defensive backs, 5'11".
Kevin, you are smarter
the free safety, but Scooter, it doesn't matter. Scooter, I can create mismatches when I see that there's
a
height.
You're looking at heights
No. This is how I start. Just to get a mindset
I'd love to be your
for me.
bookie.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. To get a mindset of how I know the other team can dominate them, because that's what coaches look at too. If I've got a receiver that's 6'4" and a corner,
they looked at film.
No, they do. And a corner that's 5'11", Rick, in my mind, Rick, I've got to say, what can we design to make this a mismatch, because it's there on paper. That's what coaches do.
You know,
I mean, I know what they do because I've been in film rooms. That's what they evaluate. And when I looked at that and LSU, I'm saying, and I said it on the show, I said LSU's going to beat them by 30. I said it on the show, guys.
Look, there was no need to come up with any mismatch.
But
look, it was clearly BYU was undermanned in skill position.
What I'm saying, when I get a true picture of the Tigers, when I see LSU wide receivers 6'3", 6'4", against a Alabama receivers, corners that's 6 feet.
Yeah.
6
with
feet.
talent. That are good.
With talent, dude.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that's when I know what my Tigers are made of.
All right, we're running over. We still got one more thing on this LSU defense. Most amazing thing to me. They started 3 and for the most part played 4 true freshmen.
True.
4 out of 11.
I thought more would get
Yep.
More did get in.
I thought more would get in.
I'm talking about they started 3 true freshmen.
And that will pay dividends.
Yeah.
That will pay
Big time.
dividends. Yeah.
Experience-wise, Rick, later in the year, you've got freshmen playing, and later in the year, they're only going to get better with more reps.
Yeah. All right. Good point. All right, up against the clock. When we come back, we'll get to the NFL. The Saints open up against the Minnesota Vikings.
We're done with
Adrian
my Tigers.
Peterson.
I'm not done with my Tigers. I got so much more to talk about with my Tigers, Rick.
It's NFL time. Okay.
Okay.
That football's NFL.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We're coming back into the Jack Daniels. Stay right here.
Soundoff60 is brought to you by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. The boys in the box will be right back.
This is the original light beer, brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste, to be enjoyed from opener to headliner. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Come in for live country music Friday and Saturday nights at Jack Daniels Bar and Grill.
Are you trying to stay cool with a temporary fix? There's a smarter solution. Save on your monthly energy costs while enjoying quiet and consistent comfort this summer with a highly efficient air conditioning system from Luxair. We'll recommend a system that is perfectly suited to your home and provides optimal cooling, exceptional energy savings, and lasting performance. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solarsupply.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
All right, welcome back, boys and girls. Want to remind you here at Jack Daniels, 8 o'clock every Tuesday. It's karaoke trivia night.
It is.
Tuesday nights here at Jack Daniel. Great beer specials from Miller Lite, Coors Light, Shinerbach. You win some prizes. You get to sing. You get to do trivia. Whole lot of fun right here, Jack Daniels, every Tuesday
Rick,
at 8 o'clock.
That
Yes,
was
sir.
a while back. Somebody that knew our compadre here in the middle of Schoolhouse say that he can really do a great karaoke. What's your favorite song that you do for karaoke? I've heard around town you have a pretty good song that you do for karaoke, Scooter.
I can tell you what it is. David Allen Cole, Don't Call Me By My Name.
I'm
He would
serious.
be great with
There
that
have
song.
been some people that have said about Scooter, he has a pretty good karaoke.
Well, I had when the late great Hector San Miguel and I once got on stage.
There it
or
is.
Maybe twice, maybe 3 times. It was New York, New York.
Oh, that's a tough one. Hector probably carried that one. That's a
all
tough
right then,
song to
Scooter.
sing.
I'd heard that
That's
around
a tough
town.
one.
I heard around town. Just wanted to confirm
I'm
it.
sitting in a local restaurant with one of my sons eating a dinner, and David Allen Cole's Don't
Yeah.
Call Me By My Name comes
Yeah.
on. I'm thinking, holy smokes, that is a classic honky-tonk party song.
Yeah.
That's a karaoke
It is.
song. I
It
wouldn't
is.
try it.
It
But
is.
David Allen Cole, that's
Yeah.
the one right
Well,
there.
that's
All right.
probably the most sung karaoke
Could
song,
be.
isn't
That
it?
one.
It's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
it.
yeah, easy
Good
lyrics,
deal.
easy to go. All right,
Easy.
New York's got to be one of the toughest.
It is,
all right,
too.
let's talk about the Saints. All right, they got to get some polish here. All right, let's put preseason, whatever happened in preseason. I didn't even pay much attention to preseason. I saw some guys
You were
make some
smart.
plays, and that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to see. All right, the cuts are down, the roster's set.
Yes.
Tavares Cadet, about the only name that I was a little bit surprised that they cut. All
Yeah.
right, Max Unger should play. Teron Armstead is out.
Yeah.
Okay, they've got some bodies up there on the offensive line, and if they can,
Yeah.
can give Breeze the time he needs,
That's
he
gonna be
is
key,
really
Rick.
in my mind, Breeze, along with Ingram and Peterson and Michael Thomas from the offensive side. That's about all I know.
Yeah.
And
you know,
then,
Rick,
of course, Cameron Jordan
Yeah.
on the defensive side. Other than that, we got a lot of question marks.
And the thing, and you're right, Rick, but you know what? Why can't the Saints have the mindset of some of these other NFL teams around the league
Why are you
that have been
whispering?
so successful?
Why are you whispering? Be strong. Be strong with your comment, man.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Why can't the Saints understand the strategy of what other successful NFL teams around the league do? Take for instance, guys, have y'all looked at Tom Brady's offensive line? Have you just looked at him? Just looked at him physically, the size, height, everything. Rick, half those guys couldn't come through that door
Okay.
right there. Dallas Cowboys. Have you looked at their
All right.
offensive line? Dude, Rick, it's easy, Rick.
Zach
It's
Street
easy,
is
Rick.
a huge man at right tackle. What's your point? Andres
Why
Pete
won't
is
the
a huge
Saints
man.
invest in their offensive line if they've got a quarterback such as Drew Brees? Why,
They
Rick?
have.
Why,
They
Rick?
have.
Why?
But
No, they
you act-
haven't,
you
Rick.
Oh,
act-
you're wrong.
you do
No, they
act-
haven't.
You do act like they're not trying. But
They have.
Well, Scooter,
I don't disagree.
I understand, but if you've got a quarterback, a future Hall of Famer, in Brees,
The biggest question
dude,
mark-
that should be my
No,
first
the
thing
biggest
that I'm
question
looking
mark
at.
on this team is the interior of the defensive line. Okay, look, you can't. You're
Hell,
gonna
if we
have
can
injuries.
outscore you, we can beat you.
You're going to have injuries. All right,
If we can outscore you, we can beat
Armstead
you.
with the shoulder injury, and of course Unger breaking a bone in the ankle. That's going to happen. But they bring in a free agent from the Detroit Lions, and they have some backups there. Again, if they give Breeze the little bit of time he needs, they'll be
That's
okay
my-
on the
but that's
offensive
my
line.
point. But Rick, don't give him a little bit of time. Give him time.
Well, they'll give
him time.
Believe me.
Here's what we know.
Breeze and time
Here's
is not
what
the
we know
question.
about the Saints. Y'all can argue this position, that position.
You have to
Long
keep
as
Breeze
Drew
upright.
Brees is there, they're going to be okay, probably really good on offense.
But you
On
can't have people.
offense.
I'm about to stick a toe in the water. I'm almost cautiously optimistic, and I'm really going off the deep end because I'm basing a little bit of it on the exhibition games.
You shouldn't
which
do that.
are- we
You shouldn't-
know
you shouldn't
are
do that,
a
Scooter.
farce.
Shouldn't
But
do
I
that.
think they're going to be better defensively
How much better?
this year.
That's the key.
27th last year.
Yeah.
Give me a number.
But
Well,
that's the key.
if they can get
Halfway?
it down,
Halfway, let's say
if
16.
they can get it
Let's say
down
16.
to say 20th,
Okay.
19th.
All right. That's elite.
How many more wins is that? To me, it would be a bunch.
3.
Look,
It
at
was
the most,
because they
at the most
lost a
3.
lot of close
Yeah.
games
Yes,
last year.
Remember last year? Remember they lost 2 games because of special teams?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. I thought it was
Block
3.
punt?
It
No,
was
it's
3.
2. Block punt, field goals going
Okay.
every which way, being taken in for pick sixes or whatever.
Look.
So, look, there's a lot of things, a lot of
I'm just
moving parts
saying,
with this team. Bless you.
I really like the coordinator there.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Yeah. I just think they're going to be a little better
Look,
defensively.
with Sean Payton, I consider Sean Payton's one of the league's smartest coaches, okay? Drew Brees, you've got a guy back there. If you give me time, I can hurt you. That should be the Saints'
We know
mindset.
all of that.
I'm okay.
We know
defensively,
that, Kevin.
Defensively, guys, you
Drew
know the
Brees
year.
led the NFL
Wait.
in passing
Yes.
last year.
Listen,
Fat
listen
lot of
to me,
good
though.
it did 'em.
Listen to me. The defense, we know the year they went to the Super Bowl, they wasn't that good on defense. They made good plays.
They
made
scored
good plays.
They scored a lot.
And that's the thing that
Turnovers
they've got to do.
That year of the Super Bowl,
They wasn't that good,
was
Scooter.
a weird defense.
It wasn't good
They
at
were
all.
opportunistic.
Yes.
defense.
You're exactly right. They took things from
probably
people.
led the NFL in
Takeaways. They
remember,
took a lot of
turnover
balls from
margin.
people, man.
Points from defense.
But
You're right
the
about
thing is, Rick, if you can just be like that, and let's see if the Saints can just be like that. You don't have to be great, but look, bend, but just don't break. The year that the Saints went to the Super Bowl, I think that year they had 6 out of 16 games played that people actually scored on them deep. It was all things that was in front of them. That's what you got to do, Rick. Don't give up the big play. Don't have to be great.
The secondary has to come
up.
around. I was optimistic a couple of weeks ago when I said I think we're looking at a playoff team. All right, I might be stretching it. I know I'm a homer. I think they might be a playoff team, but it depends on the NFC South. How good does Carolina bounce back, and how really good is the Tampa Bay Bucks? And of course, the Atlanta Falcons, we know they got the talent.
You got to win 10 games, Rick.
I know that.
You got to win 10
NFC
games,
South
Rick.
is stacked if the Saints defense comes up.
Yeah.
You know, and the interesting subplot to this is Adrian Peterson signing, and who do they have to go to? To Minnesota, where he spent 10 years of his Hall of Fame career, all of his glory days in Minnesota, and he's going back.
It's crazy.
That's going to be an interesting
It is
subplot
going to be an
story.
interesting
All right,
game.
we're up
Yes,
against
it
the
is.
clock when we come back.
Wow.
More around college football, and what a crazy first week with Alabama,
yeah.
UCLA, Texas A&M.
Can you believe that?
And Texas.
Can you believe that?
Holy smokes. We'll do that.
Wow.
High school's on the docket as well. Stay right there. We're coming back to Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LeBerge Casino Resort, home of soundoff60. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Come in for live country music Friday and Saturday nights at Jack Daniels Bar and Grill.
So you haven't been hearing me talk about prices very much in our TV commercials lately, but there's some offers available on a Camry right now that are just too good to not talk about. With Toyota's rebates on our discounts, you can get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Camry, or if you'd like to trade up every couple of years, you can do what my wife and I do and lease one for $279 a month with $0 due at signing. You literally don't even have to bring your wallet with you to buy the car. If you've been thinking a Toyota Camry was a little bit more money than you wanted to spend, come let us show you how affordable it can be to own a new Toyota. Lake Charles Toyota, raise your expectations.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're here at Jack Daniels. We had a lot of fun, a lot of arguing. Cowboys lose, Tigers win. NFL, Saints coming up. The NFL kicks off. I've got to throw this in. Speaking of the NFL, this is just a weird, quirky karma thing. All right, quickly. All right, Brock Osweiler, $72 million. He goes to the Texans.
Yes.
He lasts less than a year.
Less than a year.
$72 million.
I'm hearing what you're saying,
They work
Rick.
out a trade. He goes to Cleveland.
You do wonder the idiocy of the NFL.
Yeah, he goes to Cleveland.
Particularly when it comes to chasing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He goes to Cleveland, and everybody knew they're going to cut him.
Yeah.
They cut him.
you
Who
believe
ends up re-signing him? His
believe
original team, the Denver Broncos, re-signed Brock Osweiler.
I don't know what
And
Elway
he's
was thinking.
like $100 million richer.
Oh my gosh, this guy's going to the bank.
Elway has got to be saying, what just
What
happened
the
here?
hell is going on?
What
And he
just
has to
happened?
pull the trigger.
What just happened here?
Obviously, it was just surprising to me. What was it? A year ago, their top pick, Paxton Lynch,
Yeah.
a flameout.
Flameout. Burnout.
Paxton Lynch.
Burnout, man.
First round pick.
Yeah.
All right, I had to throw that in. That is just the
Yeah.
weirdest story
But you're
already
so
of the
right,
NFL.
Rick. Wow.
He goes here to
Here
here
and
to
back.
here, and now he's back in Denver.
And back, man.
Also, a little
Unbelievable.
subplot. I got to get this in because when we get on football, we get sidetracked. Justin Verlander is now with the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
Holy
was huge.
smokes!
That was
Yeah.
huge.
Justin Verlander. I'm
And
thinking
Scooter's a-
Kate Upton is now in Houston. You'll be seeking her out, wanting to shake her hand. Sorry, Michelle. Kate Upton? Oh, you don't know who Kate Upton is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Do you?
Dude, whatever.
Well, you are
whatever,
on it, man. You're
whatever,
Justin
dude.
Verlander?
Whatever, dude.
Woo! That
was one. That was
Houston. They're good on Justin Verlander. I don't know what this guy has, but
I don't know either.
He's an ace. He's still an ace, in my
Yeah.
opinion. All right. I had to get that in. All right.
That was a pretty good point there,
All
Rick.
right. Florida
Really
State,
good.
Alabama. Florida State's right there, guys.
No, that's no doubt.
They're right there.
I didn't see any of this game.
Man,
You don't
You can't lose your
feel the
quarterback.
kickoff at the 1, and then you lose it on the goal line, and now you got to bring, and then you
first
fumble.
you should have let it. You should have stayed in. You should have stayed in. If it was inside, was it on the 1? Oh well, I thought it was in the end zone. Was it on the 1?
I thought it was at the 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, Alabama is going to get a turnover.
Rick,
you can't have a
let me tell
turnover,
you
especially
something.
that deep.
Exactly.
They will kill you.
Rick,
and there
It
it happens.
seems like when
every
they
time.
play good teams like that.
Yeah.
That is Alabama's.
There's
MO.
That's their MO.
There will be a
That's their MO.
4 or 5 minute span when they get a couple of turnovers
And they take over.
That's the thing, Rick. That you almost have to say, Rick, that's cool.
But in our Florida,
Look for opportune moments to where you can just get that and take advantage of it. And most teams, I mean, you're looking for it, you want it to happen, but Alabama makes those things happen.
They do.
They make
They
and
forced.
they stripped
They
the
forced
guy.
it. They forced
stripped
it.
him.
The guy.
They stripped him of it.
Dylan Moses. I talked to him up 4 weeks ago. The guy from Baton Rouge who LSU couldn't get. He forces the
They
fumble.
stripped him. Number 8 was it number 8.
Yes.
Rick, let me tell you something,
Dylan
man.
Moses, the #1 recruit out of Louisiana. He wins
It
game
just
1
hurts
for
my
Alabama.
head. It
I
hurts
know.
my head. It hurts my head. But look,
Freshman, true freshman.
Alabama does that, and you already are good on offense and defense. How can you lose a game
Well,
when you're
Florida,
taking points
Jimbo Fisher
from
had
the
it
other
right.
team on
They're
special teams?
They're fighting.
From everything, little highlights and everything, Alabama's offense was a little sketchy. Now, let's keep in mind Florida State
They're
got
good.
as good a defense.
Yeah, they
as
do
there
have a
is.
good defense, Scooter.
They're
One,
good.
you know,
They
right
do.
there in Alabama.
They was
All right,
putting pressure on them.
the
But-
key. Go ahead.
I'm forgetting his name. The Bama quarterback.
Hurts.
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Texas.
You know, the deal with him, everybody says, if he ever learns to throw, game over.
Yeah.
It didn't really look like he'd made a lot of progress.
Well, he threw a bullet to that sideline 21 yards on that first down attempt when the guy caught it like this.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw it on the
Number
run.
1 versus number 3.
He put on the run.
To me,
That's
there's
key.
no question Alabama
That's key. All right.
is number 1.
There's
the
no doubt.
best name in college football.
Come on.
DeAndre Francois.
DeAndre
All right.
Francois.
Oh, that's
What a
even
name.
better.
That is
Goes
a good
down
name.
With a season-ending
I
knee
know, quarterback,
injury.
man.
Florida State,
that's
and
your
then they got
trigger
a
guy, Rick.
freshman coming in. I mean, this was a team that was going to contend at least to get into the playoffs.
No,
and
Rick,
you
I have
lose
to
Deion
agree.
Francois.
I have to agree with you.
Whew, that's a tough loss.
That is,
That's a
man.
tough. All right, let's shift to
That
the Big
is.
12. Tom Herman. LSU
Yeah.
wanted him.
Yeah.
Okay, they wanted him.
We did.
Tom Herman goes to Texas.
Texas.
Matt Rule in Baylor. Big debuts in the Big 12, and they.
Liberty.
Yeah.
Baylor loses to Liberty. Where is Liberty?
Where
is
is
that
Liberty?
in Tulsa,
I don't
Oklahoma?
know where Liberty is.
Is that the
Liberty,
Oral Roberts
no,
School?
no,
Is that
no,
Oral Roberts?
Liberty?
No,
Where's
that's
Liberty?
the Jerry Falwell School
Is that? I
Are
knew-
you
in
serious?
Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
Really?
Liberty. But
did not
Maryland,
know
okay,
that.
Maryland, Big Ten school.
Yeah,
Maryland,
Maryland.
beats Texas at
Yeah.
home.
But if I'm not mistaken, Liberty is FCS.
Rick?
I think you're right on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they have designs
Yeah.
to move up, but
Well,
and
It ain't App State beating Michigan, but it was a shocker. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Baylor's
Texas-
rebuilding.
Texas-
Baylor's
Oh,
got
yeah.
issues.
Texas losing at home.
Baylor's got issues.
Michigan had issues at that time.
Yeah, but App
Yeah.
State. All right, so
I would put it right there.
but Texas.
Losing at home.
Who ranks Texas in the top 25 coming off a 5-7 year? I don't know about
dude.
that.
I don't
But
know.
Tom Herman loses his opener. All right, let's get closer to the SEC.
Yes.
Kevin Sumlin.
Yes.
They go out to Los Angeles. All right. UCLA. They got a 34-point lead,
Killing them.
and they
How
lose
do you
45 to
lose a
44.
34
I don't know.
lead
Second half.
with
I
the
don't know. They got tired, Scooter.
second
They what? They got tired.
They got tired, man.
these,
I'm telling you.
you know, let's
They got that fourth quarter, man. They wasn't in shape.
Let's pile on.
How do you come back
Pile
and beat
on.
a team like that you've got a 30-point lead on them? No,
Josh
you
Rosen,
can't go.
the quarterback for the Bruins, is NFL. He's very,
There's
very
no doubt
good.
he is. He looks like an NFL quarterback. What
He's
you mean?
very
Yes,
good.
Rick.
But-
you
yes.
could have given them John Elway
I
for
know.
the second half.
I
You
know.
got a 34-point lead.
I'm
It
with
should
you.
not matter.
I'm
should
with
not.
you.
And Kevin's got to rethink that. He's scratching his head right now on what's happening to him next year.
How do you give up
This
a
could
coach?
be the trigger. well,
next year,
this could be his
Your
determining
defensive
factor.
coordinator is
That
the
could be his
second
determining
highest paid
factor.
assistant
There it
in
is.
college
John
football.
Chavis.
John Chavis, who LSU had.
But that was
But
kind of,
it's
you know, the old third and Chavis. And, you know, you
saw
always
that,
had
Scooter?
that. But that was another thing. Chavis, even at LSU, if he had a knock, it was finishing games.
finishing, putting them away. You're right, Scooter. I agree totally.
Yeah.
Putting them away, and you had them away, Rick. You had them.
Does Kevin Sumlin survive the year?
I think he makes the year, but next year he will not be the head coach.
You know,
he makes the
they
year.
call
Rick.
him Coach September.
He makes.
And if he can't win in September,
Yeah.
what's he going to do
What's he
in
gonna do?
November?
Yeah.
If
I think
he-
he makes the year, but next year he won't be.
I don't know, man. I mean, Texas A&M. There's a
They
lot.
are-
There's
they
a
are-
lot of tradition.
Well, you know,
there's a lot of a lot of money.
They've
A lot of money.
One of A&M's board of regents is all over social media today because he said he's got to go.
Yeah.
And
That's
this
a
is
bold-
I don't
a
think he
guy.
survived.
That's a
this
bold-
is-
that's a
this
bold
is
statement to
guy-
make.
In fact, he said he's got to go now.
Really.
If
But,
they,
and this is a guy who
well,
has said he, or at least says, he's a big-time attorney in Houston.
Yeah, but, you know, you
who
can't-
has said,
you can't.
you know,
That's
he's
his
kind of
comment.
kept his mouth shut
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
That's a comment that anybody can make. But this is the
Go
thing,
ahead.
Rick.
How do you lose
He
that
should
game?
he should have been going last year, but Rick, he survived. Remember? Kevin should have been going last year around the 7th game.
well, they finished up like 8-5.
Yeah,
Something like
but
that.
but the thing is, Rick, you know, a lot of stuff happened with the A&M game last year with LSU and them.
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest
of course,
with
yeah.
you, to be honest with you, but
Hey, they didn't build that 110,000 seat stadium, whatever.
to
at
win
Taj
to
Mahal,
win 6
to
or
go
5
8
games.
and 5.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. A lot
seriously.
of money at A&M.
So
3
the
and
thing
5
is, Rick,
in the SEC.
I know.
I think Kevin is a good coach, but you know, when he had Johnny Manziel, that's what made him the premier college coach because he had a player there that was bigger than life, man, larger than life. And now Kevin hadn't been able to find that person.
Okay.
That
Well,
person.
he's had a lot of
He hasn't
quarterbacks
been able to
leave on
find
him.
that person,
Let me
man.
wrap this up. If he gets to a point where he's 2-3, 2-4, he's gone. He's not going to.
I agree. I agree.
If he gets over 500, they might let him.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
And, you
And
know,
that's what I'm
they,
saying.
and
he's
they,
gone.
They have some more tough games coming up early.
Oh,
Yeah,
they do.
he's gone.
Yeah, they do.
No, he's gone. All right, we're going to wrap it up with some high school matchups and a little bit more tidbits. You got a little story about Les Miles. It's really hilarious. We'll talk about that more when we come back.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by our friends at Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 24/7 online at soundoff60tv.com.
So you haven't been hearing me talk about prices very much in our TV commercials lately, but there's some offers available on a Camry right now that are just too good to not talk about. With Toyota's rebates and our discounts, you can get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Camry. Or if you'd like to trade up every couple of years, you can do what my wife and I do and lease one for $279 a month with $0 due at signing. You literally don't even have to bring your wallet with you to buy the car. If you've been thinking a Toyota Camry was a little bit more money than you wanted to spend, come let us show you how affordable it can be to own a new Toyota. Lake Charles Toyota, raise your expectations.
For more taste, less calories, and half the carbs, there's only one light beer to grab. Miller Lite. Hold true.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Come in for live country music Friday and Saturday nights at Jack Daniels Bar and Grill.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
All right, we are back. Don't forget the Cowboys will be at home, Florida
Yes.
Tech. Did I get that right? Florida Tech, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Where is Florida?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Come on.
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Everything.
I got no idea. I have no idea. All right. LSU at home against UT Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Some big games coming. All right. High school football.
Oh, you trying
Barb,
to be funny.
What? Barb
You say
scores
LSU
big.
Chattanooga. You trying to be funny? or
Barb
what?
scores big over Ponchatoula.
Yeah.
Lagrange is canceled. Sulphur is
Yeah.
canceled. So they're opening up this week.
Yeah.
I think Lagrange plays who, guys? Is Turling's Catholic, I
Yeah.
think, comes here. Going to be a tough game for the Gators. And Sulphur finally opens up.
Yeah.
The powerhouses, Kinder wins and Iowa wins. Those are two local powerhouses.
St. Louis had a tough loss.
And St. Louis lost to
Yeah.
Sam Houston,
They had
who
a
has a
tough
new
loss.
head football coach that time.
Yeah.
So pretty good,
It was.
Washington Marion, 33-2, something like that, losing to Leesville. Freddie Harrison is he's lost some players, I think,
Look,
because of changing schools and stuff.
Yeah, but
man, that program is struggling.
Program
It is
struggling.
struggling.
And I
It is
ain't Freddie's
33-2.
good. I really think Freddie's a good coach.
It is struggling.
Maybe it's the numbers. We got to get him on the show to find
We
out
have
and get to
him
the
on, too,
meeting.
Rick. I do too.
Do some
and
research on that,
just
Kevin.
looking at some of the players. I mean, I went to 2 of his practices. He didn't have any small players. I mean, he's got some big players.
Always is
man.
going to have
Go
some
to
stuff.
every high school practice.
I have to
Pops.
move
He
around.
pops
I have
around.
to move
He
around,
pops
you know,
around. All right.
sometimes. I have to.
The story circulating around Les Miles is quickly.
Why are you talking about my coach,
quickly,
Rick?
I'm a little
I still love
surprised.
Les Miles,
I'm
man.
surprised that Les Miles is not coaching.
Why you?
I'm surprised he's not coaching.
Well, I'm asking
I'm
Scooter.
surprised Chip Kelly's not coaching.
Does he
But
want to coach,
Who
Scooter?
normally needs a coach, though? Who normally needs a coach?
Teams that are under
Teams-
500.
teams that are not winning.
Yeah, yeah.
Situation.
Right.
And, you
He's
know,
but he's a football coach to the core. I'm a little surprised.
yeah, but his deal at LSU was he recruited well, had a lot of talent.
And he's got money.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
although he kind of rebuilt Oklahoma State to get the LSU
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
So it's not like I don't know. You got to remember too, 63 years old.
Good point. Good
I
point.
mean, a team.
Good point.
A team looking to kind of start over. Do you hire?
Do you hire somebody-
He's a young
63-year-old?
63, though.
He is a young.
He's a young
63.
63.
Yeah,
Like
he
Saban's
is.
a young 65.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
the thing is, when you look at that, and I don't even know, I could even ask Scooter. We're talking about this, guys, but does he want to coach?
I think
Given the
he
opportunity, I think he would.
does.
But here,
Well, he
let's
sure says he does.
jump to the story over the week. And I heard this secondhand from our production and producers. I didn't hear about it, I didn't see it. But he's sitting down on a Thursday night. He's doing a ESPN SEC
Yeah.
Network coaches panel.
Yeah.
Okay, similar to us. You're on
Why
a
are you
panel.
talking about
You're
my
going
coach,
in and
Rick?
out to live. Hey, Les, what do you think about this?
These guys know what they're talking about, unlike us.
Yeah.
Well, if you say so. All right, so all of a sudden, Miles, he's got to make a bathroom run.
When you
He's
gotta
mic'd
go,
up.
you gotta go.
He's live, and he gets up. I got to go to the bathroom, guys. So he books
Rick,
off and goes to the
was
bathroom.
there live? I mean, they were live.
I'm told he was live.
No, I
It
don't
was-
believe that. I
Oh,
don't
yes,
believe
it
that.
was live.
It was
and
live,
not
Scooter.
only that, he walks off camera, leaves his mic
On.
The other guys continue the conversation, and you hear Miles on TV off camera asking some
No,
little
I do
staffer,
not believe that.
Hey, can you tell me where the bathroom is?
I do not believe that, Scooter. No. I do not. Why
Go
didn't
on
they cut his
YouTube.
mic
It's
off,
gotta be
Rick?
on YouTube.
Why didn't they cut his mic off?
They probably didn't expect him to get up during a segment and say, I got to
No
go to the
way.
John. I
No
mean,
way.
come on.
Good
You're
on
on
you.
TV. That's
I mean, I've been known Miles to do
That's
some
crazy.
knucklehead things, but
That's
he's got to
crazy.
be. He knows what television etiquette is. You don't do that,
Oh
coach.
my gosh, we've had some mishaps on this show. They will go nameless, okay? About guys coming up and putting their arms around us and
local
say,
guy
"Hey
we
guys,
know
you
too,
want a
okay,
beer?"
we'll go nameless.
It's like, no, we're doing
Friend of Scooters
TV.
too.
Holy smokes! Go on YouTube to find the Les Miles cut. All
Les
right, we're out of
Miles.
time.
I
Great
can't
show,
believe
guys.
Coach
A lot of
did that,
football. LSU back in action, of
Go
course. Saints
Tigers.
on Monday night. The Cowboys Saturday night in the hole. Let's
Yeah.
hopefully they can turn this thing around and go back to
Cowboys
the
are
drawing
gonna be
board.
okay.
All right, thanks for being with us. Thanks for watching. We'll do it all again next time, everybody.
Soundoff 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Soundoff 60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.